What hurts me the most is me being in this wheelchair and knowing that I might not never recover.
A teen's life turned upside down after he's shot by his best friend at a New Year's Eve party. Tonight, we're hearing from that victim who says after he was shot, his friend refused to take him to the hospital for 18 hours. But the story doesn't end there. All new at 10, Foreigner Corner's Dave Colbreth is talking to the victim tonight. Dave?
This 18-year-old teen is now paralyzed from the chest down. And tonight he tells me how one bad decision by his best friend left him fighting for his life.
Like, it's hard.
Evan Vernadakis can't believe it. Still a teenager and paralyzed from the chest down. 3 months in the hospital and 5 surgeries later, and doctors say he will never walk again.
Another hard thing is like laying down. You can see your legs, you know they're there, but you do everything you possibly can to try to move them, but they won't move.
He was at a party at this house on New Year's Eve when, according to investigators, his best friend, Michael Korf, accidentally shot him.
Out of the corner of my eye, I seen it pointed at me, and I heard a boom, and next thing you know, I was on the ground.
No one called 911. Not that night, not the next morning, never. The next night was when his friend decided he should go to the hospital, 18 hours after he was shot.
The whole time I was begging him to bring me to the hospital because instantly I couldn't feel my legs or move, so like I was freaking out.
Finally, he says they made a deal.
He's like, I'll bring you if you promise to tell me you don't know what happened and you don't know who did it. I was like, I'll say whatever you want me to say, just get me there.
Evan says finally, after 18 long hours of begging his so-called best friend to take him to the hospital, he did. But when he did, he didn't bring him here to the emergency room. Instead, he brought him all the way over here to this parking lot, sent someone else in to get a wheelchair, and then they left. A few minutes later, he said a complete stranger came up and asked him if he needed to be wheeled into the emergency room.
Has he ever apologized to you?
Mm-mm.
Have you talked to him since then?
No, sir.
When's the last time you talked to him? When he let you off in the parking lot?
Mm-hmm.
Korf is charged with 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors.
I don't think they're big enough charges. And I don't like the fact that he got bonded out and he's able to walk around and do whatever when I'm over here stuck in a wheelchair.
He also said his doctor told him when he was in the hospital that he's lucky to be alive and that he should have died in the first 3 hours. Live, Dave Colbreth, Fox 4 in your corner.